Hello everybody, the Nameless Narcissist here once again. Simple man, diagnosed with MPD, giving the facts on narcissistic personality disorder and things that go on in my head. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, but keep in mind, I am no clinician. I can only speak to my own experiences. Okay, so I was talking to Spirit Narc the other day, who has a great channel. Her actual name's Tess. Check her out. She would always talk about, she always does talk about like how she will almost study her favorite celebrity, like watch videos of her and imitate like the movements, right? Because she wants to be like her, right? Admires her and stuff like that. And at first I didn't think I did that, but I think it was just because Tess had one that she has stuck to for so long. And then I was like, literally, I realized I do that. I was like dumbfounded because then it all clicked what Tess would talk about with that and why she would do it. Because I was literally sitting here watching like a handful of scenes about this guy that I'm never going to say who. And I understand why Tess doesn't say it now, because embarrassing and humiliating. Just the scenes of these guys practicing like getting the cadence right to how he talks, like memorizing the lines and like the humor, trying to emulate it, thinking that like I was using him for self-definition, right? It's like, this is who I'm like, this is who I'm like. Or this guy's like me. This is why anytime that any of you compare me to somebody, I'm like obsessively looking at it. It gives like almost a blanket of security, because it's like, I'm somebody I admire. Look, I'm that person. I'm going to copy everything about them and make that my personality. It usually has to be someone already relatively similar to me, but like, it's like I'm building my shell. Like a goddamn hermit crab finding a new shell every goddamn week. And I was literally just sitting there, just watching it over and over again. Comparing myself, trying to convince myself that I was like that person. Like hoping that people would tell me that I am like that person, to like fucking to like reinforce my shell. Like every now and then I'll show people media with characters I identify with in it, in hopes that they will compare me to that person. Because I need to be that person. It's so weird. I wish this video, I'm not gonna have a bunch of insight during, because like I just didn't even realize I was doing it. So Tess probably would have more insight on it than I will. Like, I don't know, it's so weird. It's like I need them to be me. I need to be them. Fuck. It goes past simple admiration and turns into an obsession of being that person. I just want to be that person. I have no fucking clue what I'm even saying. This is so weird. This is so fucking weird. And like, I've done this most of my life. Like, I'll watch like compilations of like certain characters over and over again to like fucking like emulate them to the best of my ability. Like, I usually do that too if fucking somebody compares me to the character in a movie or show. I'm trying to think of other people. I'm trying to think if there's anyone in real life that... Oh, something funny that I actually do is, you guys know that classic like photo of Napoleon where he has like his hand on his, like, he's like this. He's like standing up and like he's kind of going like that. I literally do that in real life a lot, because especially when I'm wearing my long coat to emulate Napoleon, which is really stupid. I know, it's really stupid. I mean, I remember once there was this guy who I used to listen to, who I thought he was like really smart and really cool. And if sometimes you notice there's a little bit of an uptick when I end a sentence, it's because I copied it from that guy, because I was trying to emulate him, trying to like become him, or more accurately, him become me. I wish I could because it's like, I don't want to become them. I want to be like them. It's not like some borderline enmeshment shit. I don't want to become them. I want me to be like them, be similar to them, I think. Again, I don't have a bunch of insight with this, because I'm only now realizing that I even do it. It sent me into an existential crisis, because at first I was like, Tess, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean. Until I realized, like, oh. And it's funny. It's really interesting, because Tess is like, she's copying like the movements and the mannerisms and the like facial expressions. I think that's HPD, like more of a focus on like the body. Wow, for me, I'm like trying to imitate the voice, the sense of humor, just the persona itself. I mean, I think we both do the persona, right? I never really do the facial. I never really care about the facial expressions or the bodily movements. I think it's because I'm just kind of confident in those two things. It's weird. My literal shell I don't mind, but it's my fucking metaphorical one that's an issue. And it's interesting just kind of thinking about how I am just kind of like, because I've mentioned this before, but I really just feel like I'm an amalgamation of all these people that I copied over the years. Like, I wonder how many of my mannerisms and personality haven't been stolen from somebody else. I mean, like, literally, I would try to emulate, like, I literally tried to teach myself a transatlantic accent once to sound more posh, almost, which was funny because nobody fucking speaks in a transatlantic accent, like, literally. Then there was, I also tried to emulate, like, northeastern United States accents because I didn't want to sound like, I mean, the accents in Ohio are fine, I suppose, but I wanted to sound more refined, more dignified, more aristocratic. That's always kind of been my, there's like 3 archetypes that I've always tried to base myself around. Like, bad boy, effectively, right? Like your fucking Han Solo types, basically. Like just genius. Evil asshole genius, basically. Maybe not evil, just asshole genius. Fucking like Tony Stark shit, I guess. Because he's like a combination of those two. And then like aristocratic and nobility. And I think you kind of see me flip between those 3. And they always kind of cycle around. Which is interesting because those are all, I'm sure those seem pretty juxtaposition, but like adverb. Yeah, to each other. So I'm like, was adverb right there? No. Just verb. Somebody help me with my grammar. I haven't been into linguistics recently. Juxtaposition. Okay, fucking whatever. Juxtaposed. Okay, I'm getting so distracted. I need to take my meds. I forgot that I haven't taken them yet. That's the issue with ADHD meds. You forget that you didn't take your meds, and so the ADHD, like, it's stupid. But yeah, I guess I'm trying to think if I emulated the look of anybody. I don't think I really did. I did show my barber a picture of young Stalin and asked to give me that haircut when I first got my haircut, though. Which was stupid. God, I hate my life. I really feel, and like, this has honestly given me a little bit of an existential crisis because I'm like, I literally am not a person. I'm not a real person, just the shit you can't make up. That was a song lyric, and I felt like I fucking related to that lyric so much. Like, I heard it, I was like, yes, exactly. Or, I'm not a good person, I'm barely a person at all. Oh my God, I don't feel like a real person. And that's, see, some of these things with these disorders are so hard to explain to people. It's like we're talking in different languages sometimes. Because, like, there's things about you guys I don't get, and things about, like, I try to describe what emptiness feels like, or why I feel like I'm inherently a bad person, right? And it's like, I don't know how to do that. It just is. It's just like basic facts. It's just like things. And this is one of those things I don't feel like a real person. That might be related to the emptiness, honestly, and the identities, and probably the identity disturbance more so. But it's like, how do I explain that? I'm just not a real person. I'm just fake. Made of plastic and shit. Literally, the first time I tripped on LSD, I had like a fucking crisis because I looked in the mirror. And I remember my buddy saying before I tripped, being like, when you look in the mirror, it's like you're seeing yourself how like everybody else, like you're looking at a different person. And first of all, I always look in the mirror thinking I'm looking at a different person. It's weird. Like, I'm looking at my screen right now, and I'm not real. It's like I'm watching a movie as somebody else. I wasn't paying attention to my facial expressions right till I said that. And it's like weird. I'm almost like an animation or something. It just does not feel like me at all. I don't know how to describe it, but And then sometimes I'll get really existential. It's like, this is the only thing I want to look like my entire life. But it just doesn't look like me. I don't know how to describe it. This is one of those things. I really wish I could, like, and honestly, and weirdly enough, it's easier for me to feel like it's me when I'm looking at old photographs. This is fucking weird. None of this. See, these are the things that make it so hard, is that I can't describe some of these sensations, some of these feelings, some of these irrational thoughts, or why I think about them like that. Oh, but to finish up the trip thing, yeah, and I remember looking in the mirror while I was tripping and thinking, I look like I'm made of plastic, which was probably subconscious, some really bad subconscious stuff. Anyways, yeah, I don't know what to say. Bye. I take your fucking meds.